So one of the core strategies that I use to engage my students during online learning is a simple starter or warm-up question. So as students come into the online environment, I want to have a question there waiting for them that can get them talking, get them exchanging with one another and exchanging with me. So for this purpose, you have to think about what kind of questions might lead students down the wrong path and what kind of questions are engaging but not too engaging to the point where you lose them for the entire lesson and they're off discussing the question that you've asked them. So for example, you might ask, what's the favourite board game that is played in your household? And this gets a really interesting discussion of different cultures, talking about the types of games and board games and card games that they play in their country or in their household or in their family. And then other students can ask questions, oh, I'm not familiar with that one. What are the rules? Maybe you could teach us. And then that's how you get students engaged in the learning. And then trying to find a link between that and the work for the day is obviously the challenge. So one of the strategies that I use to engage my students in an online learning format is just starter questions. So just asking them, in a zombie apocalypse, what would you do? If you had to choose between sweet and savoury for the rest of your life, what would you choose? And this is a way to kind of continue to establish relationships with your students and get to know them and get them to know each other as well. And it also can lead into a whole bunch of other activities depending on how successful the question is. And the more that you try this, obviously, the better that your questions will become and the more they can build on themselves and become something of an in-joke with your class, which is, of course, very fun.